Coming to you from Rockingham, IPL Radio.
And you're listening to The Yarn, Homespun Arts and Music on IPL Radio. That's how it was, that's how it goes by Satisfaction Guaranteed. And before that we had Delilah Rose playing Thin Black Line.
Yes, that one.
We're joined in the studio today with Shortcut, a local Fremantle band, I believe.
Yeah, around there, pretty
around
much.
There, Fremantle
Osman
surrounds. Yep.
Hey, Merseyside. I was there last night.
And so we've got Ewan and
Oscar,
who are going to play a couple of songs for us today and have a bit of a chat. First of all, tell me a little bit about who you are and where you come from and how you formed a band and how it came all to be.
Well, so I decided to put together the band a couple of years ago. At this point, I was in Canberra for uni, and I couldn't find anyone to jam with over there. And I came back to Perth for the summer holidays, because I'm originally from Perth. And I hit up one of my mates, Toby, from school, and he had a mate called Oscar. And it sort of...
Showing here?
Yep, it's Oscar there. And we started practicing in a shed, in Toby's shed, got a few gigs.
Yeah.
And it went from there.
And where did the name Shortcut come from?
Yeah.
That's an interesting story, actually. That's we had a few names before that, but we never played as anything other than Shortcut. Shortcut was literally just going through hundreds of random names to try and find. On Toby's phone, he had an app. I think it just comes with the iPhones called Shortcuts. And then he was like, "Guys, what about Shortcut?"
It's a lame story.
Not the coolest story, but
it's a good name for a band, though.
Well,
what were the other potential names? Red Nets?
Red Nets we almost played as Red Nets at Mojo's, hey?
But it sounded too much like Rednecks.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So who are your influences and what's your style?
I have to say number one influence was the Strokes.
Yeah.
They're the reason I wanted to start a band. I really got into them first year of uni. Rolling Stones, another big influence.
Yeah.
Actually, first song we released, only song we've released at this point, Rat Race. I didn't know when I wrote it, I hadn't heard the song, but it sounds a lot like Jumpin' Jack Flash. You know, the first two chords. We sort of ripped it off a bit.
Without meaning to.
We hadn't even heard it at that point. Had you heard it?
No, I hadn't heard it. I think my dad mentioned to me that it sounded like that. And I was like, oh, geez, it does. And then when we went into the studio to record that, Rob Grant, the guy who produced for us, he was like, yeah, you got that Jumpin' Jack Flash thing going on.
He wanted to he wanted us to change the intro because it sounded too much like the other song. But we really liked the opening, so I decided to keep it with that.
And how would you describe your style?
Garage rock.
Garage rock.
Yeah, we always say garage rock. It's like garage rock mixed with sort of just classic rock, which is sort of the same thing as garage rock, but
I think your guitar
we literally
style
played in a guitar.
Very classic rock, blues influence.
Yeah.
And whereabouts have you played?
A lot at Indie Bar. That's my favourite place to play. Played a few times at Mojo's. We played Linnet's Lounge in Northbridge. What was the single launch place?
Old Habits.
We played there recently.
I know that one.
Never heard of it.
But
that's just closed
Indie
down,
Bar's
I think.
our favourite.
Yeah.
The Thursday nights there.
Great venue.
You get the best crowds there.
Yeah.
Clancy's.
Yeah.
Which one? The
Patsy's
Dunsborough or Freo?
Freo, yeah.
No, we haven't played outside of Perth yet.
All right. Yeah.
Be keen to do a WA regional tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Sometime in the future. But no.
Yeah.
Just played in Perth so far, yeah.
And what can I ask you next? So your favourite venue is the Indie Bar. We'll always ask our guests if you were to play anywhere, where would you play? If you could have your pick of venues.
I'd play at Radio City Music Hall.
Yeah.
What about you?
Oh, jeez. Perth Arena.
Think bigger.
I don't know. It's the biggest venue I've been to.
Yeah. And who would be headlining? Oh, if you're headlining, imagine you were the headline act. Who would be your support act?
I think if this was like a hypothetical, the Strokes would be our supporting.
Uh-huh.
Would you agree with that, Ewan?
Oh, yes.
That's kind of like the main influence on the band
Dream.
of bands that still exist today.
Uh-huh.
That'd also be the Arctic Monkeys.
The
which is-
Rolling Stones are still
Are they
touring.
Maybe.
Satisfaction Guaranteed. We'd love to.
Yeah.
We'd love to play a gig with them.
Yeah, I love Satisfaction Guaranteed. They're
Oh, yeah.
such performers.
Oh,
Yeah.
Amazing.
They are amazing.
Yeah.
I think Time Travelers from the
Yeah.
That's
70s.
right. They are time travelers, aren't they? Yeah.
Well, we've got one song of yours up that we can play for our audience. It's called Rat Race. Do you want to tell us a bit about the song?
Yeah, it's about a corporate hotshot, quote unquote.
As they
Maybe as they do indeed say, maybe someone with a perhaps slightly flawed moral compass, and maybe lets his career get in the way of more important things. Yeah, let's give it a play.
Cool.
Let's have a
Yeah.
listen. This is Rat Race by Shortcut.
Coming to you from Rockingham, IPL Radio.
And you're listening to The Yarn, Homespun Arts and Music on IPL Radio with Sandy.
And Russ the Bus.
And that was Rat Race by Shortcut, who
How
are
good
joining
was
us.
that?
It was great. I could definitely hear the Jumpin' Jack Flash riff in it though.
Yeah.
So we've Shortcut, which is Ewan and Ethan, and who's your, oh not Ethan, sorry,
Oscar,
yeah.
And who's your other?
Yeah, so we're half
Band
of the
member?
band. Our bassist Toby is in Bali at the moment,
Oh, lucky man.
and our drummer Dan is
He's up north right now doing some FIFO work, I believe.
yeah.
All right, both in the good weather.
Yeah.
It's miserable weather down here
That's
today.
right. Yeah.
So you've brought your guitars with you, and you're going to play us a couple of songs.
do
Can you
it.
tell us a bit about your songs that you're going to play for us today?
Yeah, I think we're planning to play the 2 new songs that we've recently recorded,
And
and
they'll be out on
they're
Spotify
set to be
soon.
released later. One of them will be released later this month. We figure we
Current
have
date.
to release it in July, as
Yeah.
July is mentioned specifically in the lyrics.
All right.
And the next one in August, sometime in August. Yeah,
And who does the writing, or is it a collaborative process?
I wrote these 2. Yeah, the Swings and Roundabouts, which is the first one we'll play. I wrote that 2 years ago exactly, pretty much. It's about sort of the way I was feeling when I came back to Perth after going away for college. Made me feeling distant from friends and in Perth, and that sort of feeling. Yeah,
So
it's a bit
song
of a
about
sad
loneliness.
song. Yeah, bit of a lonely song. And the other one's completely different vibe, very garage rock, White Stripes inspired. It's called Can I Just Say?
And that'll be released in August.
Yeah, I think so.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Did you want to go ahead and play one of them
Yeah.
for us then?
This one's called Swings and Roundabouts. How is this real? Maybe it's not. I like a faded hill with a tower on the top, but it's fine. I think it's gonna be just fine. Everything will work out in July. My days feel the same, my nights feel abrupt. I'm tossing and I'm turning and I just can't seem to wake up. I never really wake up. It's been 4 months, it's time to come unstuck. I know how you feel, I don't feel the same. I'm so overwhelmed, I just need some space. So I'm gonna turn around and cover my face. Nobody sees through my masquerade. Why am I sad? I just wanna scream. I boat in the sand, in the storm, at the sea, in a playground for the young, the lonely, the lost, and the free. How am I to turn my life around? Sink or drown, it swings and roundabouts.
Beautiful. That was great.
Thank you very much.
So that song was about loneliness, and
I guess in a way. Yeah.
What did you study when you went to Canberra?
Law.
Law. And are you a lawyer now, or
Oh no.
no?
Half qualified.
Half qualified.
I've done 2 years of it.
Yeah, yeah. So is the band take up your full time?
I'm at WAPA this year,
Oh, you're at WAPA this year.
doing a diploma of music.
Oh, wonderful.
I needed a break from all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
And what about you, Oscar? Do you have a day job, or?
Personally, yeah, I just work in retail. At the moment, yeah. Not too much to say about that. It's not too interesting. Thinking of going back to uni, I sort of took a bit of a year off it, but we'll see where that goes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So the band is your passion than your income?
At this point, yeah.
Would you like
We've
to see
just
it?
blown all our money on the... Well, not blown all. I mean, that's
Yeah,
what it's
you've
for, right?
spent it all
We've
on
spent
them.
all our money on recording these 2
Yeah.
songs. But
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, it's
And-
fairly expensive. The recording studios.
yeah. So what makes you play music? Is there something innate inside you that needs to get out, or?
Oh, it's a fun hobby, I'd say. That's the main reason I do it personally. Not for money or anything like that. I think if you were trying to do it for money, you'd kind of like failed already just because, I mean, for me, that's not the purpose of it. It's just a lot of fun. It's also a social thing. I've met a lot of people through the band after gigs and stuff. You get to hang out with your mates and it sort of makes an event out of the night.
Excellent.
That's why I play it, yeah.
For me, it's a big part of it's the songwriting. I've always been into creating.
Yep.
Is that like documenting your stories? A way of
Yeah,
documenting?
I used to like writing stories, and I guess that sort of
Yeah, cool.
naturally progressed into writing melodies and
Songs,
songwriting.
And did you teach yourself songwriting, or did you go to classes?
I don't think you can really learn songwriting.
No?
Yeah, no,
It's just something you can do or you can't do.
I reckon, yeah.
Yeah.
And do you find it therapeutic as well to, when you write a story, to be able, like what you were saying with the last song of, coming back to Perth after being away for so long and to be able to
Yeah,
sing
it's really
those feelings
satisfying
out.
getting feelings like that out in a song.
Yeah, good stuff.
Well, we'd like to hear the next song if you'll play it for us. What was the title of them again?
So the last one we played was called Swings and Roundabouts.
Swings and
That'll be out
Roundabouts. And that'll
later
be out.
this month.
Yes, excellent.
And this one
We'll be
is
sure to
called,
put it on the playlist.
Great, thank you. This one's called Can I Just Say?
Mhm.
It's a meditation on contemporary censorship. That was a joke. We're not that pretentious. I'm Brian, I'm 64, but I'm not dying. I'm busy being born. Yes, it's true that I fought on the wrong side of the war, but it's not that I knew what it was that I was fighting for. Please, take the time to read my book about my life. which hasn't been perfect all of the time, and can best be described with this simple rhyme. Can I just say that everything about me is amazing if you take away the things that I did yesterday? Tomorrow morning, everything about me would be great if you rewind and turn back time and change the things I did today. Hey Brian, you dirty crook, we hate your guts but we'll publish your book. But first it must be understood that we ought to give it a fresh new look. Sign right here on the line and we'll make some adjustments, I'm sure you won't mind. You've done some things that our readers won't like, so we oughta rewrite your life. Can I just say that everything about me is amazing if you take away the things that I did yesterday? Tomorrow morning, everything about me would be great if you rewind and turn back time and change the things I did today. Can I just say that everything about me is amazing if you take away the things that I did yesterday? Tomorrow morning, everything about me would be great if you rewind and turn back time and change the things I did today. Can I just say that everything about me is amazing? Tomorrow morning, everything about me will be great. Can I just say?
Wow, that was fantastic. Really enjoyed that.
Really good.
Yeah, very rock and roll.
Really good. Yeah.
So, who do you listen to when you're listening to music? Preferably, if you can think Australian artists.
Australian artist.
This guy's a big Bob Dylan fan. Not necessarily that he's Australian.
Yeah. Oh, yeah?
He's the number one.
That's your number one go-to is Bob Dylan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that came across in the way I sing that one a bit.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Yeah, true.
You got some questions for us, Russ?
Oh, well. I don't know. That was really lovely. I really enjoyed that last song. And whereabouts are you guys from?
Actually, you're from Sydney, hey? Or you?
Originally from Scotland.
Oh, yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
okay.
Very good.
Australian, yeah.
Yeah. Which part of Scotland?
Aberdeen.
All right.
Aberdeen.
My grand from Glasgow.
All right.
The old Glaswegian kiss.
What's the Glaswegian kiss?
It's the headbutt.
No, I've lived
Over
in
there.
Perth pretty much. I was born here, lived here my whole life except for I was in Canada for like about 3 years when I was quite young, which is pretty cool, but pretty much just Perth whole time. Lived in the same house around Fremantle, so
Oh, good. Yeah.
growing up around that stuff.
And you went to school together? Or no, you...
We actually
we did
did.
actually, but we didn't know each other then.
Uh-huh.
Oh, wow. That's pretty amazing.
I was in the year above.
Yeah.
And I hung out with Oscar a few times through Toby, a mutual mate who's also the bassist.
Yep.
But we sort of re-met each other through the band.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And who plays the... So we've got a bassist, and what do you guys play? You play the guitar? And
Yeah, I'm
vocals?
rhythm guitar and vocal. Me and Oscar both do vocals.
Yep. And is there a drummer or...
Dan the drummer.
Dan the
Yeah.
man with the sticks in his hand.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of drummers recently. Dan wasn't our first drummer. We used to have a guy, Jarvis, who now plays for Antithesis, who I believe you guys are having on soon.
Yeah.
there you go.
So we went and saw them last weekend.
And then we've got Dan. I actually played drums for a couple gigs last time, which was a bit of fun.
You did a great job.
Cheers. And we had
There you go.
Mr. Josh Yemov, what's his band called? The Strangers?
Yeah.
Yeah. Play guitar for us in those gigs.
And what's coming up
Sweet.
next? You've got your single launch. Are you going to be having a single launch party?
Yeah, we're planning 2 single launches.
Yeah. Do you know whereabouts yet?
We're thinking... We've got one confirmed for Amplifier.
Uh-huh.
Do you know that?
Yeah,
Ah,
Perth.
that's
Attached
familiar.
to-
Yeah.
Magnet House in
Yeah.
the city. Yeah. And not confirmed, but possibly 459 Rosemount Hotel.
Oh yeah, yeah, sweet, yeah. That's
We haven't played there before.
So when you said the confirmed one is at Amplifier, when
August
is that?
4th.
August 4th?
Yeah.
Excellent. And you're going to be releasing that, the first one that we heard today?
The first one, yeah, Swings and Roundabouts will release end
Probably
of July.
31st, something like that.
Yeah.
The very end of July. Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
end, the very last minute.
Yeah.
Well, we want it to be in July, but we got the gig happening early August, so the latest we can do it to still have them sort of in line will be end of July, July 31st.
Yeah, very good. All right.
Unofficial release date, but likely, yeah.
And it's got to be in July because it's got July in the.
It has to be.
It has to be because everything
It'd
works
be
out in July.
foolish not to.
Yeah.
And where else can people find you? You're on Facebook and Instagram?
Yeah. Facebook and Instagram.
And Shortcut the band?
Shortcut Band.
Shortcut Band, not the band.
Yeah, at Shortcut Band on Instagram. I think that Facebook is exactly the same. Yeah, also Shortcut Band.
Facebook, Shortcut Band Perth,
Ah, there we go.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
to distinguish us from the other Shortcut bands.
What else can I ask you?
Yeah, other Shortcut bands. Like we found out soon after playing, there was another. Well, they're called No Shortcuts, which is a reference from a Strokes song, which we thought was quite funny because we weren't a Strokes cover band, but we have played some Strokes covers, and that's our big influence. So to find that, perhaps that would have been a better answer to why we're called Shortcut. We could have said it was from the Strokes, not from an app on Toby's phone, but
Because all our songs are 3 minutes or less.
Yeah.
yeah, that too.
Yeah, well,
Well,
that's
you
what
never
they
know.
recommend for radio is 3 to 3.5 minutes.
Yeah.
But you're amazed how many people.
My dad keeps wanting us to add extra verses and all of that, but because he thinks we won't get played on the radio if it's too short, but that's not how it works.
No,
They want to get as many
Yeah.
songs in as possible,
One
right?
of my friends has got an 8-minute and a 10-minute song, and Sandy was like, "We're not playing that. It's too long."
Selfless Orchestra.
Progressive rock or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, the Selfless Orchestra.
The what? Orchestra?
Selfless.
Oh, right. I haven't
Yeah,
heard
yeah,
it.
yeah. Some
Yeah, I've not heard
awesome
of them,
friends
but,
and musicians.
Russ says they're really good. So
Yeah, they're amazing.
We're gonna have to have a
Nikki
listen.
D'Agostino's on keys, and Madeline Antoine on the violin, Ray's on the guitar, and
Oh, cool mix.
yeah, really,
Have you
yeah,
ever seen Selby play?
quite out there. No,
Oh, they
No.
got a really good keyboardist. That's like best Perth band I've ever seen.
right?
Shout out
yeah.
to Selby. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. I have to look out for them. Yeah, because my friend Nikki, she's a keyboard. She also calls herself a little Miss Squeezebox, and
Yeah, right.
plays the accordion and teaches piano. Yeah, all sorts. Anyway,
alrighty, well,
Yeah.
I think we've asked all the questions that I can think of to ask.
yeah.
We've still got about 20 minutes left, so we're going to have to think of some more questions, Russ.
Well, why don't we play a little song and then have a little think about that?
Let's do that. Do you guys mind if we play a little song?
Yeah, sure
Let's
thing.
do it.
This is only a 2-minute one, so 2-minute 49. This is Desert
Perfect
Rose
length.
by Fluent. You guys heard of Fluent?
No, are they a Perth band?
He's a rap artist.
Oh, right.
Which I'm not normally into rap, but I really like Fluent's work.
Ah,
It's
very
very
good.
meaningful about he's a young Borlu man, Noongar, and he sings about a few songs about that, which I
Right.
really enjoy. So let's have a listen to Desert Rose by Fluent.